Kenneth Okonkwo said this is first time a presidential candidate will be so unpopular that he did not win 25% in the FCT. So this is the first time that a presidential candidate will be so unpopular that he did not win 25% in FCT. So what is that supposed to mean? Let's get into the main meat. Kenneth Okonkwo, the Labour Party spokesperson in the 2023 presidential election, has stated that the court has authority to interpret the Constitution. In response to the Supreme Court ruling that upheld the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal's ruling that the Federal Capital FCT is not entitled to any special treatment, he made this statement. Speaking in an interview with Arise News, Kenneth Okonkwo noted that it is the first time in the history of the country that a presidential candidate who was declared a president, would be so unpopular that he did not win 25% in FCT. So Kenneth Okonkwo said the interpretation of the Constitution is the sole prerogative of the court. Whether I agree or not, is not the issue. This is now the position of the law. You can't take away the power from them. It is the power the Constitution has given to them. They said, after reading this is our interpretation. Prior to this, such a situation has not arisen in practical terms in any election. This is the first time that a presidential candidate will be so unpopular that he did not win 25% FCT in Abuja. That's why I say he may have had a constitutional government, but not a democratic one. So what this man is actually talking about must be about Tinubu, that a presidential candidate is so unpopular that he will win election and become the president without winning the FCT. That the court actually made the decision now. This has set precedent going forward. How can somebody be so unpopular that he becomes the president without winning FCT? This is the first time it is happening. The court has a right to interpret the law they want to interpret it because the Constitution has given them the power. But that will not take away the fact that it is surprising to note that they can come, or the judiciary can say that the election from FCT is not mandatory. FCT is just like any other state. It's not given any special treatment. But if you read the law or the Constitution generally, or the Electoral Act, you will see that they said 36 states and FCT and not all FCT. Because if you include FCT and say FCT is the same like other states, then we should have 37 states. And then they should set up FCT the way other states have been set up, with their governors, with their commissioners, with their judiciary system, that the legislators, the executive, and the judiciary system of each state should also be seen implemented in the FCT. But I know that is not done because FCT size is not up to that, or not up to the system that will have all of those functionaries in place. But the fact remains that it is still surprising. So that is what Kenneth Okonkwo is trying to say here, that this is the first time a presidential candidate will be so unpopular that he will win everywhere and win without winning the FCT and is declared a president. All right, so we've got a few people here making their comment. Some say truly horrible to constitutional president whose acclaimed victory is so abracadabra. The country has been on reverse gear since 29/05/2023. However, to confirm his unpopularity, he lost even his stronghold Lagos State. How then can he win Abuja or any part of the country? Time shall tell. Supreme Court has okay stay, but I know Supreme being judgment is waiting. That one, oh wahala. That's what somebody trying to say here. How is this oh wahala? Huh? And somebody say here, so what do you expect when you give a carpentry work to a mechanic? Nothing but failure, like Obi. Okay. An actor turned emergency quasi lawyer will never understand the law English. He can only translate act one scene to English. Can you imagine? Go back to location and continue your theater act. That's what I'm telling him here. Okay, oh, the guy is nothing but an unintelligent lawyer. Okay, everything about him is dramatic. Even his thick lips, can you imagine? I'm trying to insult Kenneth Okonkwo here. It's okay. After insulting him, that does not remove the fact that the people that voted Tinubu are very, very few compared to the people that refused to vote him. And that's what I'm saying, that they made him a president with about 50, with about 32, okay, or 38% votes, while the remaining 62% votes are actually far away. They did not vote for him. So Mahmoud Yakubu used 38% of the vote to declare him a winner. That is to tell you how bad it was. Okay. And somebody can call you insulting him here. Okay, oh, go and do your worst because of that. I can even advise you to go and drink sniper. Can you imagine? As a Nigerian, not a tribal bigot, you shouldn't say such a thing. It tells us that you have no good conscience. Nigeria, wow. As I was saying, when did FCT become heaven in Nigeria? Is that FCT not a lesser state as compared to states with governors, reps, assembly chair, etc.? Your statement sounds very odd. Oh, okay. As I always say, ask yourself, why should this victory change now? Everything about you guys have controversy. Everything, in fact, it is a shame. So who are you talking about? That's the question. And I say just the same way they came to tell their followers back home that they would love to hear from CSU. Atiku knew that Supreme Court would not accept fresh evidence in matters coming from appellate court. He merely brought it up, okay, for his followers not to feel he went on a wild goose chase. We are not all simpletons. All right, so thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. Those are the things that Kenneth Okonkwo said.